Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're having a good day, and I hope your day gets better because you're here with me. Let's start off with Bjork. This is Nadilla, one of her many wonderful vinyl releases. And this one in particular I like to show you because it is on this milky purple type of vinyl. And I'll show you the inside, beautiful artwork, and good listening. Coming up next, we have Illuminations. This is with Alice Coltrane and Carlos Santana. Haven't listened to this one yet. It's on my ever-growing stack of items to listen to. Next, we have Jambalaya. This is High Rollers and Other Fine Ladies. Fun southern rock band to listen to. Just recently purchased this one. Coming up, I'm going to try to cover this up so I don't get in any trouble with the VC. This is Lee Harvey Oswald Band. This is a kind of hard industrial sound. The vocalist reminds me of David Bowie. If you had a chance to listen to this, I suggest you do. It's a very good album. Coming up is There Might Be Giants. This is John Henry. And one of the things I have to say about vinyl, especially new vinyl, is it's pretty expensive stuff. I paid $30 for this album. It's a 2-record set with a nice little gatefold and got good music on it. But I kind of wish the music industry would come down a little bit on the prices of the vinyl. Here we have founder of Blood, Sweat and Tears on the solo album. This is I Stand Alone, Al Cooper. I'm going to go through these kind of quick today. This one here is a really interesting find. This is We're Only In It For The Money by the Mothers of Invention. I have never seen this cover before. This is a lot different than the cover we're used to seeing, and that's the one that looks like it's Sgt. Pepper's with a assorted cast of characters on the front. So if anybody knows much about this or have any information about it, let me know. But I assert many times that I'm a big fan of Frank Zappa, and my goal is to get all of his vinyl, and I'm about 1/4 of the way there. Jerry Rafferty and Joe Egan got together and formed a group called Steelers Wheel. This is one of their albums here. Great artwork on the cover. And in the same vein, I think I showed this to you before, but this is Jerry Rafferty's Night Owl. But I love Jerry Rafferty very much. This was given to me by a friend, Expo 70. I have no idea what's on it. I will listen to this. Now, here's something you're going to see that's very unusual for me, and that is an artist with several albums all in a row. I usually just kind of show things at random, but this is like 1/4 of my Paul McCartney collection. This is Red Rose Speedway. Good album that has the song My Love in it. And this particular copy, even though I have other copies of this album, this version is a gyp because it doesn't contain the booklet with all the pictures in it. But I went ahead and got it because I'm kind of a completist and I want a little bit of everything. I will show you the other one later. Here we have a copy of Wings Wildlife. I have probably 4 or 5 copies of this album. This one is on Columbia, but the one I'm going to show you now is on, excuse me, that's Columbia. This is on Apple, and I wanted to show you the label. Nice little label there of Linda on this side and Paul on the other. Okay. This is the one on Columbia. A lot of people didn't really care for this album, but I kind of enjoy it. It's fun. But here's an album I really love and a lot of Paul McCartney fans love as well. This is Wings Over America. Massive 3-record set, which is live greatest hits performances. Gatefold. This great picture of the band there. And each of the albums have different items on the label, different pictures on the labels. So I'll show some more of this to you. You've probably seen this before. And here's a Paul McCartney album with Wings that I only listened to 2 songs on this album, and that was Let 'Em In and Silly Love Songs. I finally got a chance to listen to the rest of it years later, and it's not a bad album at all. In fact, his wife, Linda, sings a song in there called Cook of the House. Here's the latest greatest hits live album from Harry Chapin. Unfortunate, tragic death of this gentleman. He was very generous. He did a lot of benefit concerts, a good singer-songwriter. And this album here is one of my favorite live albums. His first live album, I recall, was called Greatest Stories Live. But this one here is called Legends of the Lost and Found. Okay. And now we have artwork by H.G. Geiger. This is Emerson Lake Palmer's Brain Salad Surgery. Has a lot of good songs on it. Carnival No. 9, Jerusalem, Toccata, Benny the Bouncer. It's a really, really good record. Very heavy, very proggy. I'm not sure if proggy is the right word to use, but I use it anyway. Here's Billy Joel's live concert. I think it was in Russia when he performed this one. Yeah. Kind of a soulful, jazzy, pop kind of performance. This is Richard Torrance. I had never heard of him, but I got a chance to listen to this record just the other day. And it's like you would imagine, just kind of romantic music, soft rock. The great Leon Russell, who we also lost recently. This is an album called Americana. Elvis and Marilyn is a great song. Surely, I will show you some more Leon Russell later. This Fleetwood Mac album, Future Games, is unusual because usually we see this with a green cover. This has a yellow cover, and I'm not saying it's worth a lot of money or anything, but it's very unusual to find one like this. It has a great lineup with Danny Kerwin, Jeremy Spencer, John McVie, Bob Welsh. And the first song on this album, Woman of a Thousand Years, I believe it's called. Let's see. Yeah. That song sets the entire mood for this album. Very dreamlike song, the kind of something you want to listen to with candles and incense. And we have The Times They Are Changing, Bob Dylan. I love that cover photo. It looks like somebody took his picture when he wasn't ready. And there it is. But this has some good songs on it. Only Opponent, Their Game is a very powerful social political song. Let's see what else we got. The Times They Are Changing, of course, that's a standard song that we associate with Bob Dylan. Coming up is an early album by the Doobie Brothers. This is called Stampede. This is a really good record. And I bought this years and years ago. It was only $2.25. And I hesitated to listen to it because I started liking the Doobie Brothers when Michael McDonald joined the band, and they were doing songs like Minute by Minute and What a Fool Believes. But I'm glad I gave it a listen because their old stuff really sounds good. Kind of like the Eagles, if you like the Eagles. This album has a distinction of being one of the first albums to debut on the charts as #1. This is Elton John's Captain Fantastic and the Dirt Brown Cowboy. One of the greatest covers I've ever seen. The artwork is just so intricate. Someone Saved My Life Tonight is on this album. There's some other good songs too, like Sticky Fingers and The Tower of Babel. Probably my 4th or 5th favorite Elton John album. And speaking of the Eagles, we have One of These Nights. I love the textured cover there. And there's the band on the back. This is probably my favorite Eagles. This is probably my favorite Eagles album. And I think it's interesting, people call them the Eagles, but if you look at their albums, especially the early stuff, they're called Eagles. Okay, not the Eagles, but hey, I'm sure they don't mind. Okay, here we have an album that I don't need to say a word about. This is Rumors. Not a bad song on the album. My favorite song actually is The Chain. It's a really good song. Fairport Convention, another British Isles or folk rock group. One of my favorite genres of movie. I'm going to quit saying favorite so much, but I guess I don't buy stuff that I don't like, so I guess there would be a lot of favorites in my collection. But this is called, I haven't listened to this one, it's called Glad He Sleep. I'm sure it's going to be good. And last one we have is Manfred Mann's Earth Band. This is called Watch. I would also suggest you listen to an album called Angel Station for some good Manfred Mann. Well, I'm gonna make this one a quick one. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's something you want to have expounded upon, just let me know. And please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for thanks for joining me. Have a good day.